Hello everyone. Looks like we got a few people here. I think about 12 people were waiting. So welcome Victor, Mike, Richard, Mitch. 2 a.m. here in Sweden. But you're up till 5 or 6, so it's perfect timing. That is correct. If you guys are still here. I wonder if it's Ricard. Ricard or Richard? Dang Tanks is here. How you doing, buddy? I saw your dart frogs on Instagram. Pretty sweet. Bob, how do I get a broken key out of a door? My mom's almost home. That's a very good question. Needle nose pliers, maybe? I have no idea. Hello, Heather, Nick, Bare Necessities. How you doing? Let's see. How to breeding pleco fish. I have a channel or a video on my channel for that topic. It's whatever. Rick is fine as well. Well, Rick is a lot easier, so hopefully I'll remember that. Turtle Girl, new tank behind you. Yep. Well, I've used this background before, so it's not really new, but probably new to you because it's been a while. I had to dig deep in my folders to find this one. Want to ship me some pliers? I don't think they'll get there by the time your mom gets home. That might be a problem. Janice Garcia. Evening, freezing here in North Carolina. It was freezing for about 4 days. Hey Bob, I missed the Christmas stream. That's alright, 1000 geckos. I didn't think many people would be here on Christmas, so it was kind of last minute. I know I said I wasn't going to be here, but I was. Alex says, also, how's Potato? Potato is in a new spot, surprisingly enough. He's actually moved. But doing well. Doing well. I actually put some guppies in there, and one of them actually spawned in Potato's tank, so now there's a ton of little fry in there, which I didn't even realize I put a pregnant one in there, so that's kind of funny. Turtle Girl says, I'll be back in about 10. Turtle Girl, let me know when you're back. I need a shirt, and I forgot to email you. So I don't know if I can still get one. How many tiger barbs could I get for a 30-gallon? Tiger barbs get surprisingly bigger than people think. I would start with 6 and see how that does. Creatures Great and Small says, I'm watching this while doing water changes. That's when I watch live streams too. Although lately there hasn't been very many live streams, I feel. There used to be a time back in the day when at any moment on YouTube, someone in the fish world was live streaming, but I think it's kind of died back a bit. Dank Tank says, any of the sick rainbows make it, Bob? Nope. No, they did not. So they survived the ick, but not the fungal infection. Whatever the fungal infection was is what got them. So that's unfortunate. I'm hoping that I can try again after the holidays. I don't dare get fish this time of year. How many tiger barbs got that? How long will it take for the leaves to grow on a naked Boos rhizome? NPR shrimps, I'm pretty sure they won't grow at all. This might be different for Boos, but like a Nubius, if there's no leaves on the rhizome, it's not going to grow. Any sick rainbows? Got that. Tiger barbs, got that one. Got that one. Got some blood shrimp for my freshwater aquarium with my zebra plecos. Nice. Mine, a blood shrimp. I read blood shrimp, but I just thought blood worms. I want to look that up real quick. Blood shrimp. For freshwater? I don't know what that is for freshwater. Rachel O'Leary, how you doing, Rachel? What species were they? I'm terrible if you're talking about... Oh, you're talking about the rainbows? Oh, I knew you would ask me that. Centaniensis rainbow, I think. Cole, how you doing, buddy? Just got a new betta. Any tips? Okay, I'm putting that away. I've dropped it too many times. I need something else to fiddle with, but I don't have anything. Anything that doesn't make noise. Oh, deer and pubs. Man, I got nothing for you. I think you're just gonna have to take a beating on that one, my friend. I'm sure it was an accident. If anybody in here knows how to get a broken key... So I know how to get a broken key out of a lock, but it's going to ruin the lock. That's the problem. Like, I just drill it out. If you're inside, you could take the lock apart. Did you end up visiting PA? I did not. Nope. Yep, freshwater and saltwater. I had no idea those were good for freshwater. Vivero says, is it possible to put Praecox rainbows with discus or silver dollars? I would say no. They're not gonna like the higher temperature that discus like, and silver dollars they'll probably be food for silver dollars. MRVO wants to know if I have CO2 in any of my tanks. Not currently. I used to, but not anymore. I have 3 CO2 setups, and all of them are currently inactive. So, yeah. I just don't... So there was a time when I first got into aquariums, I did like the fish thing, and then I got into the plant thing, and then I got... Chestnut Brown says, you seem tired. I'm pretty tired. But, anyways, so once I got into the plant scene, then I got into like the rare, hard plants, and then I got like into CO2, and then that's really when multiple tank syndrome took over, and it got really nuts, and I couldn't keep up with plants going crazy with CO2. And so I moved from like rare stem plants, fast growing plants, to more rhizome type plants and rooted plants like crypts, things that were just slow growers. It's way easier to maintain that in a lot of tanks than like Rotala that you have to trim every single day when you have CO2. Corey Guppies or Joey with rays and arowanas. Honestly, neither. I have guppies, but I'm still not like a huge guppy person. I have guppies. I mean, I'm just not a huge guppy person. That being said, I'm also not a huge arowana person or a stingray person, so I could do without all 3. Let's see. Quinn, first time in your live chat, can never seem to match my schedule with yours. My question would be, what do you consider to be your profession or top interest? My profession is in networking. My top interest is, without a doubt, animals. I don't know that I could narrow it down any more than animals, but I'm definitely an animal person. Interestingly enough, I sold my 120-gallon tank last weekend and helped delivering it to their house. And they had a dog that apparently hates everyone, but it loved me. So I'm definitely an animal person, and animals know that too. Rachel O'Leary with the $2 super chat. Go Bob go! Thanks, Rachel. Fish room update. There was just one last week, and there will be one. That was a weird sound. There will be one on Saturday as well. So look forward to Saturday. Creatures Great and Small says, so I'm breeding bettas, and I'm using my 20-gallon to start off with. The problem is I have 2 dwarf gouramis in there, and I don't know what to do with them. Any suggestions? If you want to get rid of them, I would take them to... If you have a local aquarium society or club, you could try that, or a local fish store. It's probably going to be your next best bet. Okay, Patafish TV says, I have a planted tank and some of my plants are going brown. I'm dosing CO2 and fertilizer. What am I doing wrong? We're going to need more information than that. But what kind of plants? Do you think I should be posting more than once a week? I've been posting at 5 Eastern on Fridays, but we'll move to 2 videos a week. Is this okay? The fishbowl, that is fine as long as you can keep it consistent. Not that you guys pay attention to my channel or my subscribers, but you'll know that my gains are down. I used to average like 50 subscribers a day, and now I average about 30. And that's because I have not been posting regularly over the last probably month and a half. And so YouTube is punishing me for not sticking on a schedule. So as long as you can stay consistent, that's the most important thing. Do you own any birds or ferrets? I used to own ferrets, and that's a really sad story about my ferret that I'll probably never tell, but I'll probably never own another one. And birds, I have had birds throughout my life, but I don't have any right now. Tammy R says, how do I get rid of BBA? You can spot treat it with hydrogen peroxide or Flourish Excel or liquid carbon. Liberty Bell Cichlid says, hi everyone, hello. Just got my first paycheck. Oh, Deer and Pup says, I just got my first paycheck. Now it's going to be to a locksmith, so you're actually locked out of your house. Yep, that's unfortunate. Don't do what I did when I was a kid. Not necessarily your problem, but my sister and I got locked out of our house, and so being like the master locksmiths, we're like, well, let's just pick the lock. That did not end well, and we had to buy a whole new doorknob and everything. It took a lot of allowance to pay that off. Rachel says, how is the new dog doing? The new dog is doing amazing. He's not in the room with me right now, Rachel, but just the change over the last couple weeks from getting him on that quality dog food. Like when I first got him, he was itching and scratching and biting everywhere on his body. That's completely gone. When I first got him, he was shedding hair like crazy. That's completely gone, and his hair is so soft right now. Not as soft as my husky, obviously, but still a lot softer than I would expect. The weird thing is when my dogs are in my house, like my husky doesn't care about Chance at all. Doesn't give him the time of day, doesn't care what he's doing. Unless he gets too close to her, then she'll nip at him. But when they're outside, they're like best buddies, and she runs around and chases him, and they roll around in the grass and fight and jump on each other. It's crazy. Just in the house, she doesn't care about him at all. I don't know why. It's weird. But yeah, it's pretty cool. They're getting along great. What else? I'm skipping through everything. So recently, what are the animals you got? I know the snake, a dog, I think. Chestnut brown. I also got a crested gecko. And how's the cresty? Does she have a name? She does not have a name. She does not have a name yet, but she's doing well. And she loves Repashy. I swear, it doesn't matter how much Repashy I put in there, she'll eat it all. Bob, why is that Exoterra still empty? I've got a long list of projects, and that's way down on the list, unfortunately. Susan, hello Susan. Bob, when making a filter, what order do you put the filter media in, from densest to finest, or vice versa? I put the filter floss is the only thing I use. That's it. Because I only use hang-on backs for mechanical filtration. That's all. So I literally take egg crate, cut it to the shape of my filter, wrap it in polyfill, and that's it. Now, if I was using bio balls or anything like that, I would always put the polyfill in front of anything else I'm using. So that would be the order. Polyfill in front, like polyfill, bio balls if that's what you're using. I would always put the polyfill first to keep everything behind it cleaner. If that makes sense. Cole says, ever keep a Leachianus gecko? Cole, yes I have. They are amazing. I'm on the hunt for leechies right now. When I was in leechies, they only cost about $300, but now they're up to that like $500 range, as most reptiles have shot up insanely in price. But I am on the hunt for Leachianus. They are by far the coolest gecko I've ever owned. Rachel says, I had ferrets for 15 years. They are amazing pets, but the breeder issues are rough. Yeah, I was really close to my ferret. It's kind of hard for me to talk about it. You know, it's pretty young, so but it was an amazing animal. He was amazing. As I just skipped through everything, where was that ferret comment? There we go. Oh, Deer and Pub says, how are you locked in? I'm so confused. What is your favorite food for fry Repashy by far? So again, you know, I'm not a big breeder, so if I have fish and I try to spawn them, I throw in Repashy. If they eat it and they like it, it works. If they don't, then they're fish food. Again, I'm not a big breeder, so sorry if that breaks your heart, but the only fish I keep right now that I actively save fry are my Parasiprochromis, and that's only because I don't have to do anything because the adults won't prey on them. And the Parasips and Cyprochromis, when they spit their fry, they're big enough to accept flake, so it's they're really easy fish. Gator Tracks Aquatics says, "Hey Bob, sorry I'm late." Well, hello my friend. I have a son canoer. I want a toucan, but they're like $10,000, so I don't think that's ever gonna happen. If I ever get to 1 million subscribers, I'll buy a toucan. How about that? You guys should get me to 1 million subscribers, and then I'll get a toucan. Let's see. Quinn says, "Have you ever played around with water bridges?" No, they don't really interest me. I've been toying with the idea of turning 4 10-gallon tanks into a single 40 with bridges and a sump. Yeah, I haven't played around with it, and it's something that doesn't interest me. But I just don't feel like... I feel like if I built a water bridge, every time I look at that aquarium, I'm going to expect to see a fish in that water bridge. And if I don't, I'm just going to be let down. So I feel like I'd be let down a lot. Fish Aquarium says, "Steenfott Aquatics, one of my angelfish isn't eating anymore. Why is that?" Could be lots of things, unfortunately. That's really not a lot of info to go on, but you want to try like frozen or live foods. That would be my first go-to. Dank Tank says, "That video on Insta was so cute, he got you hooked real fast." Yeah, so on Instagram I posted a video of the first time I saw Chance in the pound, and yeah, it was love at first sight. I instantly, it's kind of a hassle to get to see a dog in the pound. They don't just let you play with dogs, unfortunately. Otherwise I'd be there every day playing with dogs. But so you have to fill out all the paperwork and go through all the you know, hoops. And so I did all that as soon as I saw him. I was like, and I actually went there to drop off food. I wasn't even expecting to get a dog, but I always walk through like a sucker and get really sad. But all the other dogs just, like, barked at me, but this dog, he actually was like jumping up at me. And yeah, so I feel like I can feel that connection with him. Steenfott, I just got that one. Hi Kang. Oh, Kang Lee, did I miss you? Sorry, buddy. Hello to Kang Lee. Oh, Daryl Deemer. Hello to you too. Victor, thank you. Hit the like button, folks. Josh Job. Hello, my friend. Kevin is here. Hello. Taylor Lee. Bob, do you know anything about pygmy gouramis? I am about as far from a pygmy as a gourami expert as anyone. I've never owned a gourami in my life. Probably be a good dog park dog. Yes. So since I've got him, it's pretty much been freezing out. So being that he really doesn't have a thick coat, he gets cold really fast. He also doesn't like walking in the snow. Like he tippy toes in the snow when I take him outside, or in the morning when it's frost. And he doesn't know, like, he's just so excited and so rambunctious, like he doesn't know it's bad for him. So I haven't got to take him outside a lot yet. But I think he's gonna be a perfect dog for Washington, because it doesn't get really hot here, and it rarely, like, we have a cold stretch right now that might last like a week, and that's it. So it's very moderate temperature, so he's not gonna have to really worry about like sunburns or freezing. So I think this will be a good home for him. Rachel O'Leary, I really enjoy hearing you talk about the dogs. Maybe you need to add a few more beds for them to disperse their dominance. I haven't seen any dominant behavior. Like my husky, it's a husky shepherd mix. The only time she nips at him is when he smells her hoo-ha. So as long as he stays away from that, he's okay. That's the only time she cares. Like the other day, like, he was laying on top of her and they were both sleeping. So as long as he stays away from there, she doesn't care. Candy says, I got my 125 for Christmas, Bob, and happy birthday, Candy. I didn't see you on Monday, so happy belated birthday. I know your birthday wasn't on Monday, but I'd just rather say it to you on a live stream. I've been wearing a sweatshirt nonstop since I got it for Christmas. Oh, my sweatshirt. I'm wearing my sweatshirt right now. Hello Fish Tropic. Susan says pack order. She's the alpha female and has to prove it in the house. Outside is free game. And there really hasn't been any of that behavior too, because like she's eating and he'll just run up and like put his face right in her bowl of food, and she's just like, whatever, I don't care. She literally cares about nothing. And she got that attitude from me because I rarely get, angry. So I'm pretty laid back, and she's pretty laid back, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Does anyone know how much Aquarium Co-op sells their zebra plecos for? $149.99. The last time I was in there, about 3 weeks ago, but they did have buy one get one free, so you could have got it for $75 if you bought, 2 of them. Name the Cresty Taco, then. Name the Cresty Taco. It's such a good Cresty name for so many reasons. I feel like it's not a good female. Like, Taco to me seems like a man's name, and maybe I'm just a male chauvinist pig, but Taco doesn't seem like a female name. I want to get more, though. I'm going to get more crested. Right now, she's in a 40-gallon tank all by herself, and I want to get maybe another female or two and have a gecko sorority. It's so nice. The Aquarium Co-op sweatshirt was delivered today also. You're living large, my friend. Will Phoenix Stingray carpet dwarf sedge in a 10-gallon? Yes. I see some rainbow with your guppies. I thought that was a no-no. These are not my guppies. So the tank behind me, this is not my tank. However, keeping guppies with rainbows is probably not a big deal, except the rainbows will eat the fry for sure. Oh, shoot. Where did the super chat go? Oh, I'm way behind. Looks like we got a super chat. Kyle's Wild World. Here's to rescuing puppies by some... Oh, buy some bones. Thank you, yeah. I mean, my dogs already get, like, the best of everything, so... he loves bones, and I made the mistake of giving him too many bones, and he got the Hershey squirts, and he's all better now, though. But, man, that was a mess to clean up. Turtle Girl says Chance is such a cutie. I agree, he's super awesome. Loved your video when you first saw him. Yep. Man, I was way behind chat. Thank you very much, Kyle. I really appreciate it. I wish I could have like 10 more dogs. I would totally get 10 more. How does one take a lock off a door? Usually it's Phillip head screwdriver from the inside. At least the last time I did one. Oh, Darren Pubs is probably breaking into a house and wanting to know how to do it. I'm just kidding. He's not a troll. He's been here many times. Alright, sorry if I missed your comments, but I'm way behind. Jay says, how many pistos could I keep in a 15-gallon and what gender ratio? Was thinking just male and female. In a 15-gallon, definitely just one pair. One pair is all you want. Dank Tank says Limp Biscuit. Okay. Chance needs a sweater. Susan, I see your angels have spawned again. Says Chris. Oh, hey, Chris. Go hiking with them? Oh, absolutely. My dogs always go hiking with me. Alex says, thanks for Reciprochromous update, Bob. Are they okay long-term in a 40 breeder? Absolutely. I missed another super chat somewhere. Here we go. 2 pounds from Leanne Stafford. Thank you, Leanne. We appreciate that. What are your thoughts on all-in-one nano tanks? I love them. I love any tank that's all-in-one. I'm a sucker. I don't even know why I like them. I just do. Of course it will be a good home. He's got you as an owner. I'll tell you what though, like I thought I was paying a lot for Seraph's food, which is my husky, but Chance's food is $80 for a 20-pound bag. That's ridiculous. Oh, and nowhere has it on sale ever. But oh well, he's worth it. 1,000 geckos. I think anywhere in the continental U.S. Only dry goods, plant snails. Major struggle. Backwards hat. Okay. Yep. Where does he order his fish from? If you're talking about me, I order from my local fish store. I'm setting up a 55-gallon planet tank with an Amazon puffer. Awesome. Corridors. Awesome. What planet sand substrate would you recommend? I heard some stuff is too sharp for quarries. I've never had planted sand substrate. Like, I know like fluorite sells sand substrate, but really it depends on what plants you're going to put in there. I would decide what plants you're going to put in there and then decide what substrate. I've had good luck with pool filter sands, but some people say don't use pool filter sand with Corydoras because of the silicate can cut them, but I never had a problem. I removed the 2 screws, but nothing. You should, hey man, at this point, you just need to wait till your mom gets home. Creatures Great and Small says, bye guys, have a good night. Well, thank you for stopping by. 1,000 geckos. He's, I don't, what is one, where does he, are you talking about me? 1,000 geckos? I don't know. I certainly, 1,000 geckos, only plants and dry goods, no fishes. I don't think you're talking about me as far as where I get my fish from. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck? Isn't there a commercial about that? Let's see if we can get Bob to 20K for the new year. That was the goal. Like, the goal was to hit 10,000 by the end of this year. Like, if you go and rewatch my 2017 video of like goals or whatever, and then once I hit 10,000, I got a little cocky and wanted to hit 20,000 by the end of the year. But I probably could have got it too, honestly, if I hadn't been lazy the last month and a half. Turtle Girl says, I gotta run. See you guys later. See you later, Turtle Girl. I would buy more zebra plecos. Anyone knows where I can get them for cheap? I don't think you can get those for cheap. Jay says, thanks for the answer. I already forgot what the question was. And the problem is I read these comments too fast. I don't even really, like, I don't store them in my brain. Hey, Bob, would you recommend me breeding 24K white clouds or standard fin, long fin leopard danios? I have no preference, and I'll be getting around the same price for each for my LFS. So you're asking me basically which I like better. I would go with 24 karat white cloud. Simply because you're asking me my opinion, and I've never kept that fish. Have I ever kept blue tongue skinks? That is the one lizard I've actually never kept, amazingly enough. I made a 10-gallon DIY all-in-one with dual overflows. Sits in the kitchen window. Yeah, it sounds awesome. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos with DIY overflows. It's pretty fun. Odin Plus says, I'm trying not to die. I like to keep that paycheck for new lights and fish. There's nothing you can do, man. Nothing you can do at this point. I cannot walk you through that. Steenfott Aquatics, I bought a new fish, 1 Apisto Agassizi, 2 or 3 Madagascar rainbows, which I love, 10 rummy nose, which I love, but I have terrible luck with, 2 Corydori Aeneas, you're going to need at least 1 more of those, and 2 Brocus Splendens yesterday. I hope you have more Corys, because they appreciate being in larger groups, Chris, but I'm sure you know that, and I'm sure you have 1,000 other Corys. Seems how you have 1,000 of everything. I think you've long passed me. Is it possible to put Praecox rainbows with rams? They would do well with Bolivian rams, and if you're keeping your rams at like low 80s, you'd probably be okay. I'm talking like 81. He's talking about Corey. Yeah, that's what I figured. Incidentally, I know where he gets his fish, but I won't say either. Look at Chewy.com for the dog food. I did. It's the same price. It's $79.99 everywhere, unless I subscribe to monthly shipments from Amazon, and then I think it's like $75 or something like that. I basically just look for wherever it's on sale. Hi, freshwater fish freak tomorrow. Okay, keep me posted. Safe traveling, Gene. My goal is to hit 300. 1,000 geckos. He would never reveal his source. He's not allowed to. Yeah, well, it's not that he's not allowed to. It's just bad business sense, really. I mean, if he told 100,000 people where he buys his fish, 100,000 people are gonna call asking if they can buy from him, and that's just gonna piss them off. Yeah, I've got them with 6 other Corys. Yeah, I know. I knew you knew what you're doing. I built a 2 meter by 2 meter outdoor pit for my new blue tongue skink. I wish I lived in a climate where I could have reptiles outside. I would have so many. Hey, did I actually make it to the bottom, or did I skip everything? Oh dear, and Puff says, Bob, I will give you leopard gecko for assistance. I don't want a leopard gecko. They are awesome, but there's lots of other geckos I want before I have a leopard gecko. New York City Prince Rich says, thanks for the reply. This is a prince we're talking to. Also, I have a guppy 55-gallon tank with sand. I want to get some plants and not change my sand. What do you recommend? Also, I don't have good lights. Either I would do, and probably I'm saying this because I'm doing this right now, is get water wisteria and float it. Your guppies will love that. They will love it. Joel, Corridora's anus. Yep. Plug your ears, kids. Did you catch a lot of blue belly lizards as a kid, or alligator lizards, Barbara? My dream is to find alligator lizards for sale outside of Washington so I could legally own them, ship them, and then breed them. That would be an absolute dream for me because they pretty much don't exist around here anymore. Anyone in Eastern PA that wants 2 common goldfish, one female that's 9-inch and a male that's 6-inch, having so much trouble trying to find them new homes. Yeah, that's the problem with goldfish. Common goldfish anyways. That's crazy. Cost me around $2 to $4 per pound. Well, it's $4 per pound, right? 20 pounds, 80 bucks. I couldn't even tell you what the name of the food is. I already forgot. Dog food is crazy. My vet got my dog hooked on super expensive gastro something food and then stopped selling it at the vets. I would never trust a vet recommendation for dog food if it's a dog food that they sell at the veterinarian clinic, because the only reason they recommend that is because they're getting kickback, they're getting commission. When my dog was sick last year, thanks for the $2 super chat, New York Prince. You the man. When my dog was sick last year, they tried to get me to buy this, I think it's like Royal Canine food, where the first 4 out of 5 ingredients was corn, which is absolutely terrible for dogs, and it was so expensive. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You want me to pay this much for corn? Get out of here. I told them where they could stick it. Hit that like button, Fish Fam. Thank you, Deb. Bob, can I advertise my gecko breeding Instagram, then use the sales for a new lock? No. You got a job, man. You'll get another paycheck. Just wait 2 weeks. Angel and very easily friendly. What? I have a fairly aggressive angel and a very easy friendly angel living with 3 Corys. Want to move into a 55 from their 29s. How many more to make it work? Angels or Corys? If you're talking angels, maybe 2 more. Maybe. Now that I buy 18-pound bulk bags of it online, can't switch my dog over, she gets sick. Yeah, I couldn't believe that food they were trying to sell me. Like, I looked at the ingredients and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And then of course later I found out that they get the kickback and commission and all that crap, so I haven't been back to that vet since. I'm struggling and don't own a car or the pliers. Well, why do you break your key off? What's a good way to sell turtles? I have a few I need to get rid of, but I'm in Michigan. Chestnut brown, I have no ideas when it comes to turtles. Sorry. I know here they're almost impossible to get rid of, which is why we have so many turtles in our ponds that were bought at Fish. We got red ear sliders everywhere. It's ridiculous. Do you still have killies? Yes, I still have the killies that I got in that video 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. We did a raw diet instead, worked much better for the husky. Yeah, I've been thinking about it. The food I get now, I think, is basically the best stuff I can get for my dog without switching to raw. So we'll see. 54 Punchy says, cheap dog food gives my German Shepherd bad trots. Yeah, Chance had the trots really bad when I first got him. He was not enjoying that kennel food for sure. Anyone have any experience incubating killifish eggs? Definitely not me. Bob, Tysick flowerhorn or an Oscar flowerhorn for sure. What else do we got here? Bob, how many Pracox rainbows for a planet? 75 gallon. And what tank mates? I would do at least a dozen. I would start with a dozen and see how well that does. 75 gallon for Pracox rainbow is a lot of room. What other tank mates? Water 7.4 to 7.6, 2 to 300 hardness. The hardness I don't really care about. I would definitely do Corridoras and I would do apistos. That is one of my favorite combinations of fish. Rainbow fish, apistos, and corridoras. You can't go wrong. Liver and chicken. What's a good general size quarantine tank? 20 long or 29? I would say 10 gallon. Do you know much about Frontosa? Got some in on a great deal. Someone was taking down their tank. I can tell you, Ella, that they get big. And they like to be in schools as well. So at least you got more than one, it sounds like. Got some in a great deal. Yeah, I got some. So you got more than one. That's a good start. But they will get big, and they need lots of room. I love Frontosa, but I would never keep them myself in anything under 300 gallon. It's kind of elitist and maybe overkill, but to actually, I think, enjoy them and get natural behavior, I'd want a huge tank. Barbara Jackson says, I did raw for my standard poodle while she was a puppy, but it's kind of a pain, but she loved it. Yep. Yeah, that's the only reason I'm not doing raw. Honestly, if I quit my job, which I kind of told him I might, then I might, because obviously I'd have the time to do it. CNH Aquatics says, gotta go, bye everyone. See you later, CH Aquatics. Thanks for coming. Kenny Hoverall says, good night. Is Susan leaving too? Bob and Fish Fam, happy new year, gotta go, and thanks for the stream. Thank you, Susan. Thank you very much. And we will be streaming the first day of the new year, January 1st. We will be streaming. That is a Monday. So be sure to be here. Let's start the year off right. What is my favorite tank in the fish room? It's actually my Lake Tanganyika tank. Yep, and it's pretty simple. It's just rocks, shells, and jungle val, and that is my favorite tank. But I also have gold ocellatus, I have cyprichromis, yellow calvis, juliachromis, and wild caught bushy nose plecos. So that is my favorite tank. She passed 3 years ago, but she was 16. Long time. Yeah, 16. I hope. I mean, obviously I'm dreaming, but if my husky lives that long, I'll be ecstatic, because it's gonna be a bad day. It's gonna be a bad lot of days when my husky finally goes. What fish can you keep with Oscars? Fish that can't fit in its mouth. So other really big, mean fish. A lot of people will tell you common plecos, just make sure they don't fit in the mouth. What? Just throw some bones and meat with veggies, fatty acids in the bowl, dog does the rest. Man, I don't even have time to cook for myself. Although, I do things for my dog that I would never do to myself, so I do treat my dogs better than I treat myself, so maybe. I got 22 fish, 3 Frontosa, 5 dolphins, blue dolphins, I'm assuming, and some peacocks, and a few others for $50. Going to put the Frontosa in my 150 by themselves, hoping I got a female. I know the other 2 are males. That's good, putting them in a 150. What size are they? They're awesome fish, don't get me wrong. They're really awesome fish. I have mini Frontosa, as I call them. Which is the Neolamprologus tretrets for short. I'll type that out for you. These are the mini Frontosa, Neolampro. Why don't I just Google it and try to type this scientific name that I'll spell horribly wrong. I think I'm getting sick again. Tretocephalus. Anyways. Mini Frontosa. Mini Frontosa. They only get about 4 inches, and they are literally mini Frontosa. Look them up. They're super cool. You said earlier in the stream that you're getting around 30 subs a day. How do you do that? Hard work. Is it from searching or live streams or shout outs? What's the secret? All of the above. Not from shout outs. I don't do shout outs, and I don't get shout outs. The fishbowl, there's a lot that goes into YouTube behind the scenes, and that's what you have to concentrate on. trying to decide if I want to go into a big YouTube spiel or not. I really don't want to, but there's a lot of stuff you have to do, Fishbowl. A lot of stuff. You have to pay attention to what's trending. You have to pay attention to keywords, you know, SEO, things like that. Our Husky lived till 16. Just lost her in October. They're such a great breed. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I would do. Sick again. I don't think you've gotten well yet. What's the fish in the middle picture of the top? That is an Apistogramma cockatoides orange flash. Or just type in orange flash apisto and Google will find it for you. Did I see Nisi? Hello, awesome fish keepers. Woohoo! I made a live stream. Hello, Nisi. And Doug, if Doug's somewhere in the background, hello. My dream dog, can't wait till I'm able to have them. Wolf hybrid. Oh. I'm not sure what mine are. What's the fish in the middle? Okay, I got that. I always wanted an Alaskan Malamute crossed with an Arctic timber wolf, but it's just not doable. Everyone has been so sick this year. Bad cold flu. It says I've been spending all of my work days outside in the freezing weather, like all week. So, and not dressed appropriately. That's the problem. Tickle the like button. Just do it. Thank you, Jimmy. Sashimi Jimmy. Tickle the like button. Life with Pets is here. Hello. What is your opinion on Pictus catfish? Depending on what you read, some say they only get one as they are very territorial when they get bigger, while some say you get 3 or more as they need the company. First of all, I love Pictus catfish. I love them to death. They are just incredibly active fish. And I would definitely get more than one. When I had them, I had 3 of them. And the reason I had to get rid of them is because they are too active. They are just way too active, and they'll outcompete just about any other bottom dweller for food. And so I couldn't keep them in any of my tanks because all my tanks have plecos, and they would just starve out my plecos. But they are super awesome fish, and they get bigger than people think they do. That's the one thing I would watch out for. But if you have other bottom dwellers, they're probably not going to get any food. But super awesome fish. Doug's in meetings. Flynn, life is good. I'm watching. Okay. Speaking of Doug, of the Norths, our patron. Oh, I'm butchering words. Speaking of Doug, the of the North. It's the of the North thing. It gets me every time you see. Our patrons of Bob's are you. There's my Patreon. Thank you very much. And we did have some new. I think I got like 3 new patrons this week, so that's kind of cool. Thank you. Thank you. The only Malamute I knew was such a cool dog, but tried to kill everything that wasn't a human. Yeah, I still want an Alaskan Malamute someday. But we'll see. You'll send me some geckos for money? No thanks. I used to babysit a giant Alaskan Malamute. What a fantastic big mush of a girl. Such a gem. Yeah, someday I will own an Alaskan Malamute. For sure. Definitely. Any good bottom fish in a 55 with Apistos? Corridoras. Corridoras, Casey. Corridoras. Hey, Brian, how you doing? Bring back the Rick. I've given up. If you can't tell, I don't think I've talked about that since February. I've definitely given up. Oh, okay. What have I missed here? YouTube spiel. Man, I've gone on so many YouTube spiels in my live stream when only like 3 people here care about it. You just gotta put in the work, man. You just can't make a 5-minute video, slap it on YouTube, and expect to get anywhere. It's just not gonna work. What's my favorite schooling fish? Rainbow fish. Rainbow fish. What else have I got here? Or do I still accept background videos? I sure do, as long as it's done right. Most people don't make them right, and then they get mad at me when I don't show their video. 1080p, at least 5 minutes, no moving of the camera. Yeah, great dog with people, not other pets, Bob. I'll send you one single dwarf sag. Nope. Everything Alaskan is better. I mean, Alaskan Malamutes are cool. Sorry, my cell phone died. Did I miss anything? Nothing important. Shilia, I couldn't resist. Thanks, Big Steen. No problem, KC Bob. You should check out a dog called a Gober. I like the name already. I'm gonna check out this Gober dog. What the heck is this? Well, I'm already turned off that it's half golden retriever. Seeing as how every single golden retriever I've ever known in my life has gotten cancer. 670 pounds, that's kind of small. This is a really beautiful dog though. But I'm really turned off about it being half golden retriever. Just because they have terrible genes already. Scottish Aquatics says, Bob, need plants? Not currently. I'm still taking down tanks. Favorite cichlids are epistogrammas. YouTube is a lot of work. Do research, watch channels like video creators, Roberto Blake. Yep. The problem I have, so this is why I really don't go on YouTube spiels anymore or give YouTube advice anymore. Because people ask for advice and don't like the answer, and you never hear from them again. So I've spent so much time trying to help people with their channels, and they don't take the advice. They don't want to put in the work, and they end up, you know, they'll upload like 100 videos in like a day, and then they'll be like, okay, I didn't get 1 million subscribers, I'm done. I mean, obviously I'm exaggerating a little bit, but that seems to be kind of the common core of people that ask for YouTube help. So I'm just kind of burnt out on helping people on YouTube, and I still always help when people message me, but it's very disheartening when you put in that kind of time and work to help people, and then they just stop uploading videos because they don't have 1,000 subscribers overnight. Goldens are only unhealthy due to inbreeding. Yep, that is true. Yes, Bob doesn't like small dogs. I don't like small dogs at all. I am about as far away as I like other people's small dogs for the most part. And I'll play with small dogs, you know, all of that. But as far as keeping one, never. I'd rather have a cat. Bob, help a child in need. I got nothing for you, my friend. What you doing this weekend, Bob? I still want that ram. I agreed to doing something this weekend, but I forgot. I forgot what it is. I have 4 days off though. I have a 4-day weekend, so I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off. I'm sure in that 4 days we can find time for you to pick up your ram. There's gotta be. My dad has a second golden retriever, different breeder lines, and both have cancer. The one we grew up with had it as a puppy. The surgery saved her, and she lived until she was 13. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice. Yep. Lisa says, we had 5 golden retrievers over the years, never had problems. They never lived as long as we hoped, about 12 or 13. That's pretty good for golden retriever though. Bare necessities, gotta head out for the night later. Later, Bob. Thanks for stopping out, Bear. Always appreciate it. Have to go. Have a good evening, everyone. Thanks, Life with Pets. I just do a video once in a while for fun, not monetized though. I'm seriously thinking about demonetizing my live streams, but honestly, I don't know. I'm indifferent, because doing live streams usually gets a fair chunk of subscribers, and if you demonetize videos, YouTube won't promote it at all. But I don't know. I've been back and forth on that for a while. Little Steen is kind of a tiny dog. Yeah. Flynn says, do you have the Wi-Fi controller for the Fresh and Plant 2.0? Nope, I don't, Flynn. My light's on a timer, so I really have no need for it. Chris says, gotta run. And thanks for stopping by, Chris. Always glad to have you here. What editing software would you suggest? I only have ever had one. What? Sean says, what editing software would you suggest? Oh, I use Filmora Wondershare. It's only about $50. Probably the best entry-level video editor you're going to get. And I have only ever had one small dog. He was rescued from someone who kept him in a cage, the same size as him because a trainer told him to. My husky. So I was looking for a husky for a while, and then someone at work told me about some huskies that were for sale at this farm. And so I went to this farm to buy these huskies, and they were kept in little rabbit cages. And I just took it. Like, Seraph was in this little rabbit cage full of poop. The water bowl had poop in it. There was no food. And I was like, yeah, I'm just taking this dog. You can try to stop me, but I wouldn't. We can help you demonetize, no problem. You don't really ever get fully demonetized because they'll still play adult-based ads. So unless you actually click the button that says, to unmonetize it. What do you think is the minimum tank size for Paraseprochromis? Something long, maybe. You could breed a pair in like a 20 long, but if you wanted an actual group of them, I wouldn't keep anything less than a 40 breeder, and that's going to be the same for most Cyprichromis as well. But if you had jumbo Cyprichromis, you're going to want like a 55 gallon. Best place to buy plants. I love Co-op, but it's expensive. Can you recommend Live Aquaria? I cannot. I've never bought anything from Live Aquaria, and very few places that I bought plants online, the plants have actually showed up in good condition. Sometimes I've tried buying plants on eBay a couple times, and they've always come in just dead. I've had the best luck with Facebook groups. If you really want a good deal, well, first of all, the best deal is going to be locally through aquarium societies or clubs if you have one. That being said, if you're looking for online places, definitely Facebook. There's planted groups. You can even go to like the planettank.net. I think Planet Tank. It's either planettank.net or theplanettank.net, and there's still people that sell plants in there for pretty cheap. I'm glad you rescued your husky, Bob. Where do we send the background videos? You should send me one of your dart frogs. I would love that as a background video, and just send it to steenfott@gmail.com. There's something to be said about homemade raw food, proper pH foods, minimal health issues, and better coats. Definitely not better cost, but overall definitely, because you're gonna have less vet bills, right? I have been waiting for YouTube to monetize my channel for 3 weeks. I got the views. You got your 10,000 views. Let's take a look. Let's just take a look at this channel. Let's just see what we got going on here. Oh, you definitely got the views. You got 7.1 on that video. 3.5 on that one. I don't know what the holdup is. I would send them a message. You know, they have like support that you can email. If you just go to your Creator Studio and scroll to the bottom, you can actually email them. That's what I would do. What kind of videos do we got here? Here, I'll just subscribe and look later. There, you got an extra subscriber. Packaging and shipping mystery snails. Extra large 5-gallon DIY canister filter. Lockers Points catch game. I have no idea what that is. 125 gallon. Okay, I'll check that out later. Patricia says, Steenfott Aquatics, how many shrimp can I have in a tent? You could have hundreds. And what's the best kind to get? It depends on your skill level and your water, and if you want to change your water parameters. If you're new to shrimp, I would just recommend cherry shrimp because they're super easy to get rid of. Everyone wants cherry shrimp. Thank you, sir. I will try my LFS. Okay, I got you. Yeah. Remember, at least 5 minutes, 1080p. No moving of the camera because like this, it has to be looped. I listen to the live streams while I game. I was gaming on Twitch the other day. I had 2 people show up. That was kind of cool. Well, I'll never get 10,000 views. 20 views is a lot for me. We were all there at one time, Barbara. How much is the new front door? I have no idea. That's funny. I just got 10,000 views. Should work. Any New Year's resolutions for 2018s? Yes, I do, Casey. I do. Can I breed rams and epistos in the same 20-gallon tank? You cannot. Hey Bob, what kind of webcam software do you use? I use OBS when I'm streaming by myself, and when I'm streaming with a guest, I use XSplit. I find OBS to be easier, but I find XSplit to be better quality, which kind of makes sense, right? I was in your Twitch live stream. It was fun to watch and listen to. I don't remember what music I was even playing, or if you can even hear it. Hey, Charles Fish Tanks. What's up, Charles? Son of a biscuit. Any tips on breeding mystery snails? I have 3 chestnuts, 1 black, 1 blue, 1 white, and trying to make more. Make sure you lower your water level in your aquarium so they have room to lay their eggs. And also make sure you have a top so they can't crawl out. But I found as soon as I lowered the water level like 1.5 inches, boom, I had eggs like every other day. So you just got to make sure that you give them space to lay eggs, and they have to stay. If you're not going to take the eggs out, if you leave them there, the reason you need the top is so that it stays humid. Some people will take the eggs, the clutch out, and put them in like a deli cup and keep that humid. But it's kind of up to you on which way you want to do it. I listen while I craft, make orders. Currently working on a storm pooper shirt, whatever that is. Albany Aquatics and Aquarium says, oh, $5 super chat, a big thank you. Yep. Boy, once I found out that you could actually email support, I think I became YouTube's worst nightmare. Because, man, they pissed me off a lot. Scottish says, I got swimmers, by the way. It looks like the discus want to pull through again, so lots and lots of baby discus. Awesome. But we don't really have a big discus market here, so hopefully you're able to find homes. I know a few people that got into breeding discus and then immediately got out of it when they were stuck with a bunch of discus that they couldn't get rid of, at least for the price they wanted. So, Barbara, Bob is a locksmith. No, I do work on locks, but not the kind of locks you're working on. Mine are completely different. Mine's like for safes. I listen while I craft and make orders. Okay, I heard it. Made great for a workout. I think there was one time when I was listening to like Irish music. Sometimes I do that when I'm gaming. Or just kind of chill music. Overwatch, Fish Tropic. I play Overwatch. Cape Cod Tropical Fish Keeper. Message retracted. Oh, dear and pubs, maybe you should be watching a video log. That's an excellent idea, Barbara. An excellent idea. Madfish Diva Rachel O'Leary has an excellent video on incubating mystery snail eggs. Yep. I'm lucky in that I have a fish room, so I don't have to worry about it, and they'll just naturally hatch. Bob, how would 8 cups of stratum affect my pH in a 33-gallon long with Eco Complete? I have no idea. It's going to drop it to about 7.12 pH, give or take 100th of a pH. I don't know. Dang, Tank, you're giving me way too much credit with that, or you're just trolling me. PC, yes, definitely PC. I do have a PS4, but that is used for Netflix. Bob, I just picked up some bucket list fish, Geophagus spheni, Rio. How about I just Google it? Can I just Google it instead of trying to pronounce all that? Oh, these are the ones with the lyre tail. Yeah. I think I saw these in Chicago in 2016, and I was blown away. And I could never find them. There was one of these, Charles, was a showfish in the competition. And I've always been searching for this fish since then. What, did you get him from the wet spot? Where did you get him? Lumpy Dog in the house at the very end. Well, I think we're going to go a little late, as we normally do on Thursdays, because I don't have to work on Fridays. Hey, Charles, Fish Tanks, awesome. Can't wait to see them. What's up? Got you playing while we are working. Corey, not a whole lot, my friend. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot going on tonight. Still battling this sickness for some reason. I thought I got rid of it. Like, I was fine on Monday, but I guess you spend all week out in 20-degree weather and it comes back. Do you know if peacocks and dolphins will eat plants? Ella, I've never had any of those eat plants. The main thing you have to look out for is mbunas. Mbunas will go after plants generally. But even then, I had my 125-gallon African mixed tanks with peacocks and mbunas, and I grew the crap out of jungle val. They never touched it. Charles says, from an LFS here in Kansas City, they imported a fish shipment directly from a wholesaler in Peru. Oh, well, maybe I'll just get some when I go to Peru. Or maybe you can breed them and I can get some. What's a good smallish turtle for guppy calls? I'm not a turtle expert. I am not a turtle expert. Nisi, isn't it adorable the way they sleep? I love to wake my guppy tank. Wait, I love to wake up my guppy tank. They all sleep on the leaves of the Anubis plant in the bottom of the tank. So freaking cute. Yeah, Sean, I am not a turtle expert by any means. That's one reptile that I never got into, but I want to. Bob, what do you know about rabbit snails? Are they okay and eco-complete? Yep, they'll be just fine. What's happening with the fish room remodel, Bob? Any updates? Oliver, there'll be a fish room update on Saturday. Saturday is pretty much going to be fish room update videos for a long time. My LFS just got some in. Is it normal? Okay. Don't let it turn into pneumonia. I'm not scared. I won't get pneumonia. Just picked up some black neons and red-eye tetras. Dude, you're crazy, man. Scott, I got all kinds of fish I need to get rid of. Why aren't you coming over here and picking up fish? Taylor Conrad said musk turtles. I think you want mini musk turtles, but they're not illegal in my state, but they're illegal to sell, I think, in this state. So, kind of hard to get. You have to, pretty much the only way to get them is to get them for free. Corvus says fish room remodel. Isn't that what you guys are doing? I'm doing it too. Just very, very slowly. Trying to get the 240 gallon in my fish room this weekend, although I don't know if there's going to be anyone around. Make a day and time. That's the hard part. Commit to something. 50 pound of beautiful multicolor shape size gravel from Home Depot for $3.98. Yep, I go to my local landscaping yard and get gravel, and anytime someone sees it, people go crazy and want to know where to get it. And I'm like, you gotta get it locally, and then people are angry. Rapashi Soylent Green or algae wafers when he's lazy. Yep, what did somebody ask? I assume you're talking to me. Oh, Nick, besides green beans, what is your go-to for feeding bristlenose plecos? Yep, green beans is definitely my go-to because it's easy and I'm lazy. Algae wafers, if I'm out of everything else, I'll use algae wafers, but it costs so much money to feed that many plecos, algae wafers, that I really try not to. Got some elderberry syrup and your vitamin C to boost. Oh, get some. I'm pretty sure I'm overdosing on vitamin C, so I don't know that I can take any more. I just need rest. I'm having a hard time sleeping lately, and I think that's my problem. Yeah, not sleeping well. Bob, did you see The Last Jedi? No, I haven't, and I heard it's terrible, so I don't think I'm going to spend the money on it. But I will watch it when it's out on, like, Netflix. But I also didn't like Rogue One. I watched Rogue One in the theaters and I hated it, and I just recently rewatched it on Netflix and I didn't think it was that bad. My problem with Rogue One is the main guy with his stupid accent. Like, I don't remember his name, but the main guy, right, the skinny guy, sometimes he has an accent, sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes it's a Russian accent, sometimes it's like a mixed Russian-Irish accent. I couldn't take that. Jessica, pancakes. I don't know why pancakes makes me laugh, but it does. I love pancakes. I listen to your channel while I'm painting. Oh, that's cool. Black Diamond Blasting Sand is the bomb. Not the bomb, the bomb. 20k per day via C. I have no idea what that means. I buy Black Blasting Sand. I've been watching videos on discus with fire eels and it's making me want them. Don't fire eels get like 3 feet long? Or am I thinking of something else? You're too hard to please. I don't think so. I have really high standards when it comes to movies, like really high standards. When it comes to movies and TV shows, yep. And especially now, like with all the corruption in in Hollywood, it better be dang good. There's certain actors that I wouldn't watch their stuff if you paid me at this point, but it's hard to find a movie that's not full of pedophiles. Let's just put it that way. Short and Anxious. Wow, I haven't seen you in forever. I haven't seen you in so long, you're not even a mod anymore. That's how long it's been. Let's see. I have a fire eel. He is very low key. Yeah, sure. I bet you hated Breaking Bad. I've never actually watched Breaking Bad. I've never watched it. The problem is I binge watch. I just can't watch an episode and then come back. So, like when I first started watching Stranger Things, I watched the entire first season until like 4 in the morning. That's my problem. Any semi-large fish to keep for a while in a 40-gallon? I have no suggestions for you. Are you talking about keeping the fish for a while? Or are you going to put it in a bigger tank after a while? Bob, what's the name of the local landscape place you get your substrate? I can tell you it's in Snohomish. And it's something rocks. If Corey's still here, Corey might know. Corey. God, it's in Snohomish. I don't know. The problem is they don't even have a sign out front. You just drive by and there's a bunch of rocks. I'm assuming you're local since you're asking. Snohomish. It's not really landscaping, just a rock yard. Okay. I don't know. Simply Rocks. That's it. Simply Rocks in the Snohomish. Holy earbuds, Bob. I was trying to get Corey. Oh, wait, you gotta say Corey three times, right? Corey. But now we don't need him. I binge watched Breaking Bad, The Office, Parks and Rec, seasons 1 through 3 of Game of Thrones. No excuses. I still binge watch The Office. Like, if I want to watch something and not get hooked on it, since I've seen The Office like 1,000 times, I can just put on The Office and I already know what's gonna happen. I know what they're gonna say, so that's a show I can fall asleep to, and it's a great show. So I actually just got a couple shirts from The Office, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, with just keep one fish and letting it grow, then moving it. A flower horn. Get a flower horn. Casey says, yeah, Lake Stevens. Look at Simply Rocks. Here, I got the website right here. This place is amazing. So the nice thing about this place also is that they have like a scrap junk pile where you can get like granite and all kinds of stuff. I think it's like 8 cents a pound. It's ridiculous. And it's like the perfect place to go. All kinds of cool stuff there. I'm sorry, Candy. And I did all of that, and Corey's not even here anymore. You should watch How I Met Your Mother. See, I can't get into new shows. Like I've been sick the last couple of weeks and been binge watching Netflix shows, which Mindhunters was amazing. Holy cow, is that a good show? But you know what else? X-Files is coming back in January. Unfortunately, it's not on Netflix, so that's gonna suck. But that is one of my top 5 favorite shows of all time. So I'll be watching that, but I'll have to wait every week. I binge watched The Walking Dead, stayed up all night. Well, luckily that show's so bad that even I couldn't binge watch that show. Ugh. I'm just kidding. The first 3 seasons are pretty good. The Office is the best. They have a YouTube channel, The Office US, that puts out clips. Pretty neat. Yep. I like watching the audition tapes. I like watching all like the blooper reels. Are really funny. What do we got here? Short says, sorry Bob and everyone, I have been a slave to work and Danny O'Fry, so out of the loop now, feeling bad. That's alright, happens to us all. The fact that you refuse to watch Game of Thrones rustles my jimmies. Well, you've only seen 3 seasons of it, what do you care? And yeah, I do refuse to watch it. Hey V-Stag, I got more fish, I'll send you some pics of them. What else is new? Jessica says flower horns are great, but hard to find locally here. Apparently, you can buy flower horns in like PetSmart. I had no idea, or Petco. One of those 2 places sells them. I had no idea. And a flower horn, honestly, you could probably keep a flower horn in a 40-gallon forever. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know anything. Don't listen to me. Charles says, hey Nicole. V-Stag says, hi Short, hi Candy, hi Dank Tanks. He is here, but lurking. Binge watch The Walking Dead. Already got that one. 20-gallon long with 6 Demonsoni cichlids. Thoughts? Not big enough tank. That's my thoughts. You're probably going to have some aggression issues if they're not adults right now. When they become adults, you might have some issues. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Flower horns, blah. That's what I thought until I saw them in person. I also was not a Green Terror fan until they had that beautiful one in Chicago. So, yep. Although I probably never get a Green Terror, I would probably get a flower horn. That's where I got my flower horn. PetSmart, probably low quality, most would say, but I think she is awesome. Where is this? Somewhere. I want to show you this flower horn I found, but I don't remember where I've put the picture. Oh, here, give me a second. I found the coolest flower horn. It was almost like a calico flower horn, but not really a calico. Let's see, it's gonna be here. I'm trying to find the picture. Oh, maybe I don't have it. Oh, it's probably on my phone. Dang it. Maybe I can just Google it. I found it one time. Just wants to show me goldfish when I Google calico. How about... Gosh, I forget what it was called too. Dragon flower horn? No. I'm wasting so much time on a flower horn. It was probably Photoshop, that's why I thought it was so cool. We're in overtime, it doesn't matter if I'm wasting time right now, right? Alright, I give up. Anyways, it was really cool. I'll try to find the picture of it for Monday live stream. Where are my comments at? Here we go. Here we go. I said I binge watch. Oh, you just binge watched 1 through 3. Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true. I bet I could throw this over them mountains. Should have put me in the 4th quarter. We would have been state champs. Vote for Pedro. Vote for Pedro. That movie was actually filmed right by Simply Betta. Interestingly enough. That's where I got my flower horn. Oh man, I'd rather grow out a natural, beautiful giant cichlid than a hybrid. True, something to be said about that. I'll have to look it up. Have 4 tanks. It's an option, like silver cichlid. Yeah. Thanks for the heads up about the live stream with Rachel and the neon tetras. I have 3 healthy neons out of 20 now. So good enough. I'm done with them at this point. I'm really surprised how many people have bad luck with neons. I've never had that issue, but apparently it's pretty widespread issue. Wet pets, then flower horns, Frank. Okay, what's the plant in the center of the tank behind you? Hygrophila angustifolia. Hygrophila angustifolia. This is just a guess. But if I was to guess what this plant is, again, it's not my tank. That is what I would guess. Oh, yeah, Candy should have started with Cardinals. Where do you suggest we get our next betta from? I've been looking at... I don't know where you get bettas from. You're in Alaska. I've never bought fish there. Bettas... Simply Betta. Just buy them from Simply Betta. Or I think even Big City Betta might have fries right now. Simplybetta.com. Definitely buy them from Taylor. Sold. Maybe you can't, all of hers are sold. I would message Taylor. Message Simply Betta. And if she doesn't have any available, honestly, I would probably wait. Because that's probably going to be some of the best quality fish. And she's, you know, pretty close to you. So shipping is not going to be a killer. Legion on Hulu. FX is supposed to be doing awesome. I got mine from the wet spot. Barbara Jackson, haven't lost one. Yes, I will say that the wet spot is where I've gotten all of my neon tetras, and I've never had a problem. So, just saying. I could go for some fries, some French fries. I don't get the reference. I'm out of it on that one. What up, Bob? What up, Kent? Who said Aqua, pH 7.5, hard water, plan on keeping RCS guppies, dwarf neon rainbows, electric ram apistos, and some emperor tetras with serpe tetras. Would you recommend Eco Complete or Stratum? So I've never used Stratum. I just got it in the mail from Flip Aquatics. So I cannot recommend it because I've never used it. I have, however, used Eco Complete and I love it. So... there you go. Jessica Pancake says, have you ever bought any plants from Dustin's fish tanks? Nope, I have not. Charles Fish Tank says... Charles Fish Tanks... I have no idea what that is. Short Nick says, I'm going to have to listen to this live stream more than chat just so that I can get caught up on the things going on here. Plus have empty totes covered in algae, lime to scrub and scrape. Alright, well, you can listen for 13 more minutes. It's not a reference, you said Simply Betta has fries. I did. Nick says, I recommend fluorite, and you know what? If I don't have anything nice to say, I'm just not going to say it at all. So there you go. That's not true, because I've said lots of unnice things here. Another LFS closed in my area. Sad. G-Bear, did you get any good deals on tanks? Usually that's a really good place to get fish tanks. I know it's sad, but... what plant is in the center? Okay. I love consoil. I've heard that before. People do swear by that. Can't go wrong with the wet spot. It's awesome. That's pretty good. I agree. Northwest Fish Keeper. Yep, I've only had ever 2 bad experiences with them. It's pretty good. Considering the amount of fish that I've got, it's pretty good. Okay. We got kind of a lull in chat here. How many likes do we have? I can't see. Yeah, maybe I should sit up for a little bit. Kind of get a little spry. How can I see how many likes? Well, we got 140 people watching. I work great. Oh, it works great in my shrimp tanks. Yeah, I've never tried it. 110 likes. That's pretty good. I'm okay with that. Well, I guess I can see if I missed any super chats because I have been recently. Nope, got them all. Jessica says, Bob, ever thought about getting a St. Bernard? I know I'm late on that. I love St. Bernards, and I would rescue one in a heartbeat. Absolutely. That works, Bob. Honestly, just happy to have been able to make a live stream. I'm happy now. Charles Fish Tanks, how's the Brocus Splendens doing? Excited to live stream. Exited the live stream just to see. Oh, excuse me. More likes than there are people watching. That super positive ratio. Ugh, man, why am I burping? Will spot treating BBA on moss with hydrogen peroxide kill the moss? Probably. Hydrogen peroxide. Well, it depends. If it's Java moss, probably not, because I swear that stuff is going to live through a nuclear war. But I feel like it's going to melt your moss. Would 7.5 pH be okay for Epistogramma cockatoides? I don't care about breeding. Absolutely, and they will breed in 7.5 pH. So, Epistogramma cockatoides will breed in almost anything. Yeah, they're a really, really good fish. Michael Trevino says, "Oh my God, sorry I'm late." Ooh. Well, good to see you, Michael. Better late than never, right? Alex Clay, the Brocus Splendens are fine. I think you meant the multiradiatus. They're also doing fine. My LFS accidentally gave me a different fish with the Harlequin Rasboras I got. Seems to be okay. All right, schooling with Rasboras. Is it all right to leave it in there? Well, it depends on what kind of fish it is. That's what you got to find out. I've gotten like endlers and guppies kind of mixed in with some fish before, but it really depends on what kind of fish. The moss is flame moss. I mean, if you're gonna try it, just try. So either try Flourish Excel first, or any type of liquid carbon. I would try that first. But if you already have your hydrogen peroxide, just get like a really small pipette and just try a really little section and see what happens. See if it'll kill the moss. Better late than never, you say, Bob. T Frakes takes. How's it going, buddy? My Shelly have fry. Yeah, that's what they do. They're like guppies. It's almost impossible to get them not to breed, but always exciting when they do. Even now that I've bred like thousands and thousands of them, I still get excited when I see fry, just because they're so cute. Michael says, I just sold 6 bristlenose plecos. I charged $3 a piece, and the dude just gave me $40 and insisted that I take it all. Yep, you'll find those people. There are people like that out there, Michael. Yep, I don't know that I'm that type of person, but I am like a big tipper. Anytime that I feel like appreciation is needed, I'll always generally pay more. Will Java moss grow on top of a piece of slate, or am I wasting my time? It will. Just know, Joseph, that it grows insanely slow, and it will take a long time to attach, but it eventually will. It looks like a female pseudomcgill. Yeah, if it's a female pseudomcgill, you're just fine. That's how I got Redline Rasboras. One was in with SBI Rasboras, so I ordered more so they would have friends. Well, there you go. Easy says, sorry I'm not in chat so much, eating while listening. Leftovers. Yep, just subscribe to your channel. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy it. How big do bristlenose plecos need to be before they will start breeding? I would say like bare minimum like 3.5 to 4 inches, closer to 4 inches though. Dank says, my wife wants me to build a bookshelf. I said only if I can put 20-gallon long on it. Probably gonna be Shelly's. I feel like 20-gallon long is a little small depending on the Shelly. If you get and the only reason I say that is because you're gonna get overrun quickly if you do multis. But if you do like gold ocellatus or pearly ocellatus, things like that, you're not gonna get overrun with those. That's how I got real. Looks like female. Okay, Charles Fish saying, just notice I spell splendens when I did a spell check. Yep. Science Gal says, excited to start growing plants in my guppy tanks. Well, your guppies will love it. Best quick tips for breeding plecos. Caves, caves, and more caves, and food, lots and lots of food. Lots of food. I'm talking huge amounts of foods with daily water changes. Fishy the Fish FTF. Sorry I'm late. How late am I? You are 1 hour and 24 minutes late. Michael says, oh, I was shocked. I loaded up a couple bags of plants for him too. I felt bad in my head. 40 is way too much. Not necessarily. Around here, like a pear, breeding pear goes for around $40. So, I mean, he's just like it's worth what it is to him, right? Like to you, they're worth $3. To him, they were worth 40. So, just take it as that. Maybe they will survive, and I'll have a new turtle fish. Would I be wrong to feed them to my turtles? That's up to you. Bob, do you play R6S? I'm going to say no, since I have absolutely no idea what that is. R6S. Rainbow, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. Is that what it is? Yep. Clearly I don't, because I have no idea what it is. The only game I play is Overwatch and Hearthstone. Those are pretty much the only 2 games I play. What do you use to clean big tanks? I'm starting to wonder if I'm too short to get the job done right. I use bristlenose plecos. Just kidding. If you go on Amazon, if you're talking about like scrubbing the glass, there's really long algae scrapers that you can find on Amazon. Or yes, you can get extensions for the pythons if you're talking about gravel vacuuming too. What do you use? Got that one. Have you ever had your FX5 or 6 leak? Knock on wood, I have not. I'm honestly getting ready to disconnect my FX6 and not use it. I think I'll thin out that Shelly tank by way of turtle food. You might be surprised. The turtle might want to be friends with them. Oh, clean a new to you tank. Distilled white vinegar. Distilled white vinegar. Scrub it with distilled white vinegar. 30-gallon stock ideas with no plants or real wood. No plants. I'm out of it. If I can't have plants, I'm not gonna have fish. Plain and simple. I wouldn't even know what to begin to recommend. No plants. Like not even fake plants. Gotta have something. I don't have a Jimmy to throw in my tank. That's funny. Fishy the Fish FTF says, so I have a huge Algeria problem in my tank. I don't know why that's funny to me. Hair Algeria. What should I use? Well, you can just remove it by hand and lower feeding and increase water changes. If you want something that's going to eat it, a mono shrimp. If you don't have fish that'll eat shrimp, get a mono shrimp. They will eat hair algae. Or hair Algeria. I need to get a python, but I have a lot of cycle tanks waiting for fishes. That would be awesome though. The turtles are in a 75. That would make for an awesome tank. What's a fish? What's a fish? Reason for no real plants are bristlenose plecos. Bristlenose plecos will only eat sword plants. That's the only plant they will eat. You can do crypts, you can do anubias, you can do anything else, just no sword plants. Barbara Jackson says no plants, cichlids. Yes, dwarf cichlids. Dwarf embunas, maybe? Wait, you didn't have any plants in your 75 Rift Lake cichlid tank? Oh, but I do. Oh, but I do. They are just not alive right now. So, if that gives you any indication, I have Aponegitans in that tank, and they have currently shed all their leaves, and so it'll probably be a month or two before they come back. But there are plants in there, just not currently, because they all died. temporarily. Suffering from a bad case of Algeria. My favorite species of fish is plecos. Nick's Aquatics says, I have a trio of swordtails, 1 male, 2 female, and 7.5 pH with little salt, but they won't breed, plenty of plants, and fluorite. Try to change their food. What foods are you eating? I would go try frozen or freeze-dried food or live food. There's something in there they're not happy about, and it might be their diet. Or temperature. What's the temperature? Tips for white sludge algae in a new tank. I've heard just wait, but it seems like I'll be out competing my other plants. It shouldn't affect your other plants, actually. And yes, you can remove it by hand, but it's just going to keep coming for about 2 to 3 months, unfortunately. So that's worst case scenario, but you gotta wait it out, unfortunately. I actually keep bristlenose and my 75 planted with Amazon swords. I just keep the plecos really well fed, and they haven't chewed on any of the swords. Yep, that's the way to do it. Why are you flashing? How many fish can you fit in a 40-gallon tank? Depends on how many of what type of fish. What type of fish? All right, folks. It is 6:30. It is time to go. That's going to be it for me tonight. So we have to thank Rachel O'Leary, Kyle's Wild World, Leanne, New York City, Prince Rich, Albany Aquatics and Aquariums. Those were tonight's super chatters. So a special thanks to all of you guys. Also a special thanks to all my patrons and to everyone here, whether you super chatted or are not a patron. Thanks for being here. Always fun hanging out regardless. So I appreciate you all. Don't forget, we will be here Monday, January 1st on New Year's Day, 5 p.m. That'll just be an hour live stream because I do have to work the next day. So thanks everyone for coming. It was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will hopefully see everyone on Monday.